Now, Sue Walklett's mum Gwen had to move into a care home nearly 4 years ago. Sue described the process as isolating and devastating.
Now, a survey has found choosing adult social care is one of the most stressful life events that any of us can face. Delighted to say that Sue is with us this morning on the sofa. Morning to you, Sue.
Morning.
And we're also joined from London by Andrew Sutcliffe from the Care Quality Commission, who carried out the survey. Good morning to you, Andrew, as well.
Good morning.
We'll come to you in a moment if we can. Sue, I wanted first of all to come to you and tell us what was your experience and obviously in tone with what we're hearing there, why was it such a difficult decision for you to make?
Mum, my father unfortunately passed away and Dad was Mum's carer. And it was all very traumatic. We weren't expecting Dad to pass away. We were concentrating on Mum. So we had to move quite quickly and get Mum into a care home. So the decision was made really for us. She declined very badly after Dad passed away, unfortunately. She has very severe dementia, so the condition declined, so we had to get her into a nursing care home. But because Mum was self-funded, there was nobody to give us any information or to help us. They just literally said, find a care home, look online. So you're in a situation, grieving my father, concerned about Mum, and not knowing anything about the care system because we'd never been involved with anything like that. So
it must be quite a frightening place to be when you're trying to make a big decision for for one of your parents and you're not entirely sure what to do about it.
Yeah, but I had my cousin Vicky was very good. She helped me along the way. She works going into care homes, so she could give me some idea of what to look for. But it's very, very difficult, very hard to do it on your own. I chose a care home at that point, which unfortunately declined. So I then had to make the decision to move Mum, which again was a very difficult decision to make. But I had to weigh up her safety against the effect on her to move, because with dementia, you shouldn't move somebody. They like to be in surroundings that they are aware of. So I had to make that decision, and I had to make it very quickly because I was worried about Mum's safety. So.
Oh, it's worrying times for you. And Andrew Sutcliffe from the Care Quality Commission. Sue and her family are not alone in this. This is what you found, haven't you? That this is a very stressful time. What can people do to help themselves and to be helped in this kind of situation?
Absolutely, and as Sue has described, this is a life-changing decision and can often be made at times of crisis when people are really, desperately looking for the right thing to do. So I'd say 2 or 3 things really. One is we do need to get people to understand about care homes and nursing homes, what's available before these things happen, and help people to understand that. But when they are faced with that decision, really understand for themselves what is important, what's important for the person that they love, and then look at the care map that we've got on the Care Quality Commission website. It will tell you what services are available. Our inspection reports will give you our assessment of the quality, which we know people find very valuable. But the most important thing is then to go and visit the service. Really get to know the service, talk to the manager, talk to the people who are working there, living there if you can, and really make sure that you feel comfortable with that decision.
And so, as well as sort of caring for your mum and making sure that your mum, who's obviously lost her husband, is okay, you must be going through an awful lot yourself, and quite a few emotions you're experiencing as well.
The guilt, I obviously felt very much that I'd let my dad down because I'd promised I'd, look after Mum. You feel guilt. Your mum, they've looked after you for your entire life, you want them to be so comfortable. The care that they receive is so important. And you hear such dreadful stories as well, and see such dreadful things, that it is a very hard decision. You want to be there all the time, but like myself, I work, I have a daughter, a husband. I can't, Mum needed 24-hour care and I could not be there for her 24 hours.
Let's just really briefly, Andrew, we're just beginning to run out of time. Sue's really giving us a clear idea of the strain and emotional strain it has on people too.
Absolutely, and we really need to make sure that people who are running services, people like me who are kind of making sure that we're providing good quality information, do everything that we possibly can to help people like Sue and her family in these difficult situations.
Okay, Andrew Sutcliffe from the Care Quality Commission. Sue, thank you very much indeed for coming to talk to us as well.
I know Mum's not very well at the moment, but she's in a place where you're happy now.
She's in a very good place. I'm very happy with the place that she is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
good to hear.
fabulous.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Are you watching Breakfast? It's time now to get